The man gave his son a mysterious metal box for his first birthday in 8 years, but when the boy cautiously poked his hand through it, it was pinched by something. Seeing his son was mechanical bracelet pinched blood flow as the father of the scientist but very calmly told him that once the bracelet on will not be able to take off, but he let his son believe that his bracelet will be very helpful to him in the future. After that, the scientist left in a hurry and never heard from him again. As time passes, Ethan grows up in the year 2067, and with him comes a catastrophe the likes of which humanity has never seen before. Somewhere in Spain, a horrific heat wave takes millions of lives in a single day. But that's just the beginning of what is to come as the world moves towards extreme weather, with droughts, floods, sandstorms and the displacement of billions of people around the world. And as environmental damage increases, oceans and forests are disappearing until all plants are extinct and the environment we depend on is devastated, with one city after another disappearing from the planet. At this moment, the oxygen content of the Earth is less than 5% and the few remaining people have to rely on synthetic oxygen to survive. However, in order to make huge profits, the capitalists divided the synthetic oxygen into two purities. The high-purity oxygen is like natural gas to all households, while the low-purity oxygen can only be used with a mask. And long-term use will lead to serious respiratory illnesses. Ethan's wife suffered greatly. As her condition worsened, Ethan had to work day and night for the capital. But his meager income was not enough to cover the high cost of medical care. In desperation, Niggins approached him, accompanied by his best friend Robbie. They went to the world's largest synthetic oxygen manufacturing company. Lisa, the chief technology officer, told Ethan that if he didn't find a cure for the oxygen epidemic, the entire human race would be extinct in the next few years, and that you would be the key to saving all of humanity. Ethan was dumbfounded. He's just a mechanic. What does this have to do with me? But he soon found out why. It turns out that the company has been trying to contact the future through particle shuttles, and not long ago they received a message from 407 years from now asking Ethan to go there. This means that the human race is not extinct 400 years later, and perhaps Ethan is the only one who can find a way to save the world. But with the current technology of mankind, we can only realize the one-way transmission of the time machine. In other words, there will be no return, and whether we live or die depends on luck. Naturally, Ethan couldn't agree to this, but when he thought of his wife, who was seriously ill, he decided to take the risk. As long as he could cure her, even if it cost him his life, he was willing to do it. Before he left, the scientists equipped him with the most powerful cell phone. The cell phone not only has all the functions of communication and navigation, but it can also send Ethan's vitals back from 400 years later so he can determine if he's safe. Ethan then boarded the time machine and officially embarked on a journey to save the fate of mankind. As the countdown ended, the shuttle machine violently erupted with powerful energy, and when Ethan opened his eyes again, there was nothingness in front of him. But then space and time were suddenly torn apart, and in Ethan's horrified screams, he began to fall towards the crack. When he woke up again, he realized that his spacesuit was on fire due to the high temperature and friction, so he took off his equipment in a hurry. When Ethan struggled to get up, he found a dense forest around him. 400 years later, the Earth has really returned to its former appearance. But when he took out his cell phone to detect but did not find any signs of life activity after 400